I don't know if it's what you say, good placement of the pole, good placement of the banner. Välkommen till Karlstad jaktskytteklubb. Welcome to the sportsman shooting club of Karlstad. Jaktskytte is kind of a specialized form of sportsmanship shooting, I think. You shoot at moving targets which resemble animals, maybe resembling capercaillies. Founded 1939. I think a lot of founded in those days. A lot of nationalist, romantic movement and idealized ways of living the typical ideal family image as its roots back then, I think, in Sweden. Husband, wife, 2 or 3 kids. But let's not focus on the shooting range. Let's instead focus on what's on the other side. Let's see if we can find our way. Yeah, a little pathway. You can see that it opens up. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the grand sandpit of Sörmon. So it's a jog along its rim here, the western rim, I suppose. And even though the municipality recommends against it, people come here to ride their motocross bikes. And I don't know if people still do it. They come here for practice, for training, jog or walk up the slopes. But this is actually one of the few places in Sweden where you have the sandödla, maybe it's sand lizard. It's one of the 3 kinds of lizard we have in Sweden, and this sand lizard is the most rare, and they bury themselves and their eggs in the sand. And if people come running motorbikes and or people come driving their motorbikes or their look at these trees, look at those trees. Guess some kind of storm felled them, or could even have been placed here to make room for the lizards, I guess. Yeah, look, this hasn't been growing here, right? No way. So they place dead trees to make sure that perhaps the sand stays put, don't erode away, and give the small buggers somewhere to hide. So I'm not going down there. We're going out on the rim, which I hope is okay. The rain is kind of, it drizzles a little bit. It's more like moist air than rain, but little rain, I suppose. You can imagine this place in summer, gets really warm, really something else than the woods around. People have been walking their dogs here. The entirety of Sörmon is actually a popular place to walk your dogs. Take the car out, go for a little stroll. People even let them off the leash, which is kind of allowed most of the year, not during summertime. You need to have strict control of your pets, but I guess nowadays I couldn't complain. Okay, I will stop filming now. The battery is draining. I do have power bank, which I will get loading. But I just wanted to show you the grand sandpit. There are numerous sandpits in this area. People have... Why did I come out here? Over there, that's where my watch is saying we should be going. So let's go there. Now it's just getting out onto the roads. We will have, I think, 15k of road running. Hit the store, get some supplies, show you guys the small town of Vålberg. And then we will try to find hidden trails, which might take a long time to do. Okay, see you in a bit. You can see they're really trying hard to dissuade the motocross drivers. So we're out on the roads, asphalt, but I saw something here that might be interesting. This is an old way marker to show that you have gone 1/4 mile between some places, perhaps between 2 roadhouses or whatever. And I'm not sure if the mile in 1767, what is that, like 250 years ago? Yeah, maybe. It's the same as we use in Sweden. I mean, we do use the metric system, so we have kilometers, but we also have measurement called mil, which is 10k. So you don't have to go, say, 42k on the marathon. You say 4 miles, which is kind of nice. And you see that there are a lot of warning signs. Shouldn't trespass. It's a water facility. They use all the sandy soil here to filter water, drinking water for the town that we just left. Really good water. Really good. Good job. Good job, sand. Yes. On one side we have these sandy fir tree grounds. Then on the other side we have maybe some kind of bog, watery birch closest to us. Further away more firs, so maybe it gets drier. And in case you're wondering what kind of road this is, it's so straight and flat but narrow, no guidelines whatsoever. There used to be a larger road, converted it into a freeway, and at the same time moved it like 100 meters over there. And well, they needed this road for like the water facility and some other kind of like small businesses further back of me, but I guess they didn't want to have it as wide as before. Give the nature some of the ground back, I guess. So that leaves us with a very long, straight, flat and narrow kind of byway. Let's see, remains of the old asphalt. Feels like they put new, they didn't just leave the old one behind, right? People out having doing some training. Here I was thinking that we had maybe 10k or a Swedish meal to go until the store and resupply, but apparently we only have 6k to go to Vålberg. Nice surprise, but that means even further to go after restocking, I guess. So better get to it. I do enjoy the trails more than these long pounding road sections, but at least it means we're getting the kilometers punched in. That's a good thing. Maybe this is a good time to start talking about what I'm doing. It's not just a random long distance running session that I've decided to film. It's kind of a dream I had, and inspiration from all these really long distance projects, like hiking from Sweden to Rome or shit like that. I want to do that kind of thing, or just decide, okay, screw this, I'm going to the Mediterranean Sea. But I don't want to screw and leave all my life behind me. I have a job, have a family, have a house. But still, I didn't want to put this kind of thing off until I retire. Because, you know, you never know when you could be hit by a car or some kind of other injury or illness. So that's why, with inspiration from another guy, the fantastic Walking Kong on YouTube, check him up, who wanted to go from Hong Kong to London, but didn't feel it necessary that he did it in one go. Instead, he said that one of the rules was that if he got to a new town, he could treat that as a waypoint or checkpoint in video games and fast travel back home and continue at another date. And that's what I'm doing. So I'm doing the first running session or section, the first leg, you can say, on my project Karlstad to Barcelona, and that's why I know where I want to go, and I would have to put up with stuff like asphalt to get there. The next legs will be more trail heavy. We now approach a school, a farming school for students, I guess from the age of 15 to the age of 19, or 15, 16 to 19. gymnasium, and they go here if they want to be a zookeeper, farmer, horse trainer, I guess. Yeah, you can see here. Lillerud. Animal care, horse keeping, farming, natural sciences. Many of the students live here. They can bring their own horses, have stables for the horses of the students. Seems like a good, nice place. They have a lot of cattle, pigs, so they actually run farm, which is a good preparation for life, maybe. Okay, see you. Okay, so this is kind of interesting. See, I don't know if you see, there's a car further back with its warning blinkers on, and some guys standing on the side of the road. Farming country, big houses, and actually approach the church of I don't know the name, Nordsegersta. I don't know if I dare to film when I approach them. I guess there should be hunters, could be farming, but I don't want to spook the hunters too much. Let's see. No, I think it's dog training. They're training their little friends. Nice, of course, yeah, you can see all the fellows running around. Lovely dogs. Only one jumped me. There was like 20 of them standing in line. I guess they're waiting their turn. And the rain has stopped, so maybe you can tell. Quite a lovely day for running. Nice big fields. A little closer look at the church. I don't think we'll go any closer. There is a church we will pass later on, which we'll see. It is Sunday, and churches do have mass on Sundays in Sweden, even though I'm not sure how many attends. Mostly, but we'll see. If it's mass when we get there, I won't enter. But let's see. Here we have a bus stop shelter that's announcing that we are currently in the small town of Norsbron. Bron is bridge, and the river that I guess is up here is Norsälven, the Nors River, which is kind of a short river from Fryken, the lakes of Fryken. There are a couple of like upper Fryken and lower Fryken and middle Fryken, and they end up in the Norsälven. But this is not the Norsälven. Norsälven is a big river. Let's see if we can see it further on. Or here it is. It is here. Looks like not that much water. You can see the markings on the pylons. And these logs that are standing, there's a remnant I think from the days when they were transporting timber on the river into the lake of Vänern downstreams. It's always nice to pass rivers, right? The staple food for me when I'm on long distance running is wine gums, but they tend to get stuck in the teeth, right? Open country, well, open for Värmland anyway. Poor little roadkill, little robin. Let's get him to the side of the road, shall we? So he doesn't necessarily get squished. Nice birds, robins. Eurasian robins, I'd say. Since not the same robin that the Batman and Robin is named Robin after. A different Robin. How many times can you say Robin in a sentence? Plenty times. Plenty times. Yep. We're soon in Vålberg. 20k. That means about a marathon to go today. So, welcome to Vålberg, central Vålberg. Let's get over to the right side, which is the left side I don't think this is the central Vålberg where you'll find places to eat and shop, let's just say. I don't expect much. Vålberg is, let's say that the houses in Vålberg are cheaper than those in Karlstad. It used to be have a large industry, chemical plant, but it closed up. I don't know, it must have been 20 years, 30 years ago. So it's mostly people live here, work in Sweden. And look, another runner. Yeah. Oh well, central Vålberg is a bit further up ahead. Just stop filming to save some battery. But let's get back on the subject of which side of the road you should be walking on as a pedestrian. And I guess, as far as I see it, runners are pedestrians. It's a bit of a controversy actually in Sweden. Okay, we see you in a bit. So I think this is Vålberg Centrum. You have a pizzeria, a pizza restaurant. You have stores selling yarn, I think, a kiosk, flowers, library. I guess I shouldn't be making fun of it. Seems like a nice, quiet little town. And as I said, comparing water under the bridge, right? As I said, if you compare the prices in my neighborhood to also prices here, similar houses, I guess, maybe a third of the price here than in my neighborhood. And my neighborhood is not any of the more expensive areas in Karlstad. So you could easily find price differences, maybe a fifth. So I understand why people live here. Store, some lunch, and some, I don't know. But this is the inside of a Swedish small supermarket. Everything in neat order. I want something to drink and something to eat. Something to lube up my thighs with because this morning, yeah. Maybe a little early for lunch. The clock is, it's not even 10 o'clock, but hasn't hurt anyone, right? Okay, second breakfast in all its glory. I decided against having that wrap right now. I will save it a little while. We're still a long way to go, and I think it will be good to have some food later on. We won't actually pass through any more areas with stores in, but we will end up at a restaurant, I hope, before the day's over. We're walking up a slope, gravel path with lights, and I can mention that it's been virgin running grounds for me since we passed the school, basically. Now we will get out from Vålberg using paths and exercise tracks mostly, but then comes a section which will be interesting. Might not be a path, might be a small animal trail from 10 years back, might be some tractor drove there for 30 years ago. I don't know. Let's see if we can find it. I do enjoy these kind of challenges to avoid the bigger roads and discover something new to me, at least. And also, if there is anyone watching, I hope it can be new to you also. Yep, I will try running some. Hello, small houses, typically Swedish. Trampolines in the backyard. Some wooden facades, some kind of bricks. Very popular in the 70s. I need to make sure that I stay on the right path. It's too easy getting lost in talking, rambling on. A little sports field, soccer maybe. No, forgive me, it's a football field. I do try to use British American, not British English, British American. My God. British English. But it's so hard because most often you don't even realize that you're using American words. But soccer stupid. It's football. American football is hand-egg. How hard can it be? So, a bit further up. Nice area. But here we turn. We'll pass a larger road up ahead, and then we're out in the wilderness soon enough. Skiing Club Nor. You remember Norsälven, Norsbron. This entire region is named Nor actually. Nor Segersta is the parish. Yeah. Or maybe it's just Nor. Yeah, maybe they are two different parishes. Nor and Segersta. Some gravel. Just realized we've gone wrong. We need to be on a path a little bit into the right hand side. See? No, 24 k's. What a lovely. Come on, guy. Yeah, we're a little bit off, so we'll just take a shortcut. Small pro tip: if you're out ultra running, try not to use shortcuts. If you realize you've gone wrong and want to go back, it's better to go back and try to do as I do now. I think it would have been faster, but less of an adventure to just go back. I think we should be heading a little bit right. Yeah, you see the lamps straight ahead. Ugh. So, now we are on the right track. So, we arrive at the adventure as I told you about, and it begins with me not finding the path or hoping that it would not be this one. But I guess this is the one. You see it? I barely do. But it looks like you do have a lot of deer in these woods. Deer, moose, boar. Yeah, that's about it, I think, concerning big animals. Wolves, maybe, but not that much. Well, I try to follow the watch as closely as possible, but it's I don't even recall what kind of background material I used when I plotted this part. But I mean, there is a trail, and you can easily see that there is a path through the woods. So what do you think? Is an old forestry road? Oh look, even a bridge here. Could be an old part of the ski club. Maybe 50 years ago they had their ski trail pass here, but then they needed to cut it down when they put up some lights, and there you are. Oh look, here's some kind of opening. Horse pasture, maybe. No animals. This is not what I prefer, but this is part of the job, you know. When you try to go places that are not on every map. I mean, there are a reason for it not being on every map, and the reason is that no one uses them. But I mean, if no one uses them and they don't show on any map, then no one can use them, right? If they were showing up on maps, people would be going here, and they would have put up a bridge here. What do you think? Should I jump? I can jump over to the other side here. Whoop! But you see, it's not really enjoyable trail, so is it? And I guess I'm just going between the ditch and the fence. The fence is turning the corner in the fence over there, and I should turn with it. I'm a little bit tempted, if there are no animals in the pasture, to just actually no electricity on the fence, so I guess it's safe to say that there are no animals inside. So I think I will continue inside. What do you think? Cows? Horses? Sheep? I see no poop. Ooh. I see water. Maybe poop. Maybe I can cross horses. Maybe. I don't know. It does have that horsey. But look at that shed. That's too small for horses, right? Maybe not. Well, there is some path over on the other side, so I will cross over. I think I've found the culprit. Mörkerud's hästgård. What should we translate that to? Dark clearings. Horse Ranch of the Dark Clearing. Sounds kind of ominous. Hello, friends. Lovely horses. Yeah, hello. I see 3, so I guess they shift them between the pastures. We have a farm over here, and we will soon try the second leg of the adventure. I hope it will turn out to be better than the last one, but I don't know. We will sneak our way around this farm. Or, yeah, the horse farm. The horse ranch, I mean. The ranch of dark clearing. Darkness clearing. The clearing of darkness. Yeah, I don't know. Do I regret taking this road? I could have gone gravel roads all around instead. No, I have the time. You know, if I had taken the other one, I wouldn't know that this path was such a hell.